Welcome, everybody. I apologize for being late. Let's call the meeting to order. Now we'll do the roll call.
Yes. John Quigg. Maria Suarez Olivares. Raul Reyes. Absent. Alejandra Canales.
Here.
Dr. G. Brian Gaskins. Here. Roberta Jean Ceballos.
Here.
Robert Reyes.
Present.
Valeria Vega. Absent. And Karen Elizondo.
Present.
Okay. Chair, you do have a quorum.
Okay, if y'all would like to review the minutes from last meeting for May 15th, 2019. Once you review them, someone may make a motion to approve the minutes.
You can remember that was the motion.
Would somebody like to make a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion, Madam Chair, to approve the minutes.
I said.
You
Okay,
second?
all in favor, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion, is, passed to accept the minutes. We have no citizen comments. Number 5 is discussion and possible action to review, score, evaluate, and provide recommendation for third-party funding, for year 2019-2020 applications.
Ms. Ceballos, in reference to our last meeting that we had, we did not have quorum, but committee members that were present, and after those days, I received scores from the committee members, and you're all presenting to the committee. That would show who gave what score to what organization. Right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run and do an average score for each organization.
Mm-hmm.
And after I do that, I'm gonna ask the committee if they can motion to accept the organizations that have a score of 70 or better.
Mm-hmm.
So we can move to the following stage that would be doing recommendations. Okay? So we're gonna start with hotel motel, third-party funding applications, 2019-2020. And I'm gonna mention the committee member, the organization, and basically the score they get, okay? So first, organization, Laredo Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Olivares gave them 74. Mr. Reyes, 100. Ms. Canales, 90. Mr. Gaskins, 80. Ms. Ceballos, 85. Mr. Day is 90. And Ms. Elizondo, 80. And then I'll do here. Tina, I don't know if you could help me with, Kelly, maybe you could give me the total and then I'll just divide the total. So we could,
You can press it to, do you wanna do the total or the average?
the total and then the average. Divided by,
Well, I could do that for you.
You can,
okay, great.
it does it there,
There's a little function for it.
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Because I try to do the average.
It
but
should
will
do
let
it
me.
on the outer sum.
And we'll just leave it to two decimals. There you go.
Okay, oh, just put a zero, put zeros and quit.
So you want to put zeros in there?
Well, no, yeah.
Oh.
No,
It
no.
averaged them based on what was
Yeah.
missing.
No,
That's, oh yeah, I
We're-
picked it up there, there, I
Yeah.
did pick it up.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay.
the formula, I put it in there.
There you go.
No, there you go.
And then put the, is it adding?
So it's
Just,
an
just
option for
add,
October.
add the, every organization,
So add.
cause I think it's getting the 599 problem.
Okay, so I was going to add these all up too, right? Okay, so.
Yeah, because we're only adding the scores that were presented or were provided.
Oh, I see, cause
Yeah.
then since it wants to pick up the,
Oh, I know what you're doing. Okay, you wanted to do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
No, that's the thing, we can't, for example, Mr. Puig or Ms. Vega, we can't
well, what
do
you
zero
can do.
because they're not scoring.
Mhm.
Well, why don't you just remove that column and then I'll let you average it, no?
Yeah, actually, what you have in, what do you have in those columns?
Oh.
Yeah, if you just remove the column,
Yeah. Just leave them blank.
yeah, and then that way it doesn't count,
Then we're gonna divide it, not counting them,
correct,
but they can score.
correct.
When it does the sum, the average, it actually just does
Perfect.
it just does the ones that it has numbers for.
I'll double check.
Okay, and then,
And do the average?
actually at the bottom, if you do this. You see that at the
Okay,
bottom? It
yeah.
tells you the
Mhm.
average, the count, and the sum, so there's 7 in there.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so average 86, the round is 86.
Yeah.
85,
What,
85.
yeah, so it did that, but, yeah. And this is to 2 decimal places.
Yes,
Which
that's
one?
fine, I mean, do you wanna leave it to 2 decimals, or you wanna
I think
raise
it's
the
a
decimal?
whole number,
Yeah, we can
86.
remove
The 2 decimals will be.
yeah, let's remove
There you go. Okay.
There you go.
Alright. So, I just wanna make sure that this average is getting it from, for example, if I do this, 87, great, there you go. 88, okay, great, okay. So, let me start again then. Laredo Chamber of Commerce, Solivares 74, Mr. Reyes 100, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Gaskins 80, Mr. Ceballos 85, Mr. Davis 90, Ms. Elizondo 80, with an average score of 86. Mexican Cultural Institute of Laredo, Ms. Olivares 74, Mr. Reyes 100, Ms. Canales 180, I'm sorry. Mr. Gaskins 77, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 90, and Ms. Elizondo 86, with an average score of 87. Then we have the Society of Martha Washington, Ms. Olivares 93, Mr. Reyes 78, Ms. Canales 80, Mr. Gaskins 84, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 90, Ms. Elizondo 88, with an average score of 88. Purchase Pocahontas Council Inc., Ms. Olivares 78, Mr. Reyes 75, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Gaskins 82, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 97, and Ms. Elizondo 98, with an average score of 89. Then we have Laredo Main Street Farmers Market. We have Ms. Olivares 83, Mr. Reyes 89, Mr. Canales, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Gaskins 75, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 95, and Ms. Elizondo 86, with an average score of 88. Then we have Webb County Heritage Foundation. Ms. Olivares 78, Mr. Reyes 91, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Gaskins 78, Ms. Rayos 100, Mr. Davis 90, and Ms. Elizondo 86, with an average score of 88. Then we have Laredo Philharmonic Orchestra. We have Ms. Olivares 90, Mr. Reyes 85, Ms. Canales 80, Mr. Gaskins 69, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 98, Ms. Elizondo 90, with an average score of 87. Puerto Olympics Inc., Ms. Olivares 74, Mr. Reyes 100, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Gaskins 84, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 100, and Ms. Elizondo 92, with an average score of 91. Bob Soccer Inc., DBA Laredo Heat Youth Soccer Club and Academy, Ms. Olivares 83, Mr. Reyes 95, Ms. Canales 80, Mr. Gaskins 79, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 100, and Ms. Elizondo 93, with an average score of 90. Washington's Birthday Celebration Association, Ms. Olivares 90, Mr. Reyes 85, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Gaskins 86, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Davis 100, and Ms. Elizondo 88, with an average score of 91. Laredo Main Street Real Music Festival, also DBA as known as Jumbusi Festival. Ms. Olivares 93, Mr. Reyes 75, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Gaskins 83, Ms. Ceballos 100, Mr. Reyes 95, and Ms. Elizondo 84, with an average score of 89. And then we have Laredo Center for the Arts, Ms. Olivares 81, Mr. Reyes 80, Ms. Canales 90, Mr. Reyes 82, Ms. Olivares 100, Mr. Reyes 93, and Ms. Elizondo 84, with an average score of 87. And then we have the Pennsylvania International University Alumni Association, Ms. Olivares 93, Mr. Reyes 87, Ms. Canales 80, Mr. Vasquez abstains of scoring, Ms. Ceballos 85, Mr. Reyes 95, and Ms. Elizondo 98, with an average score of 90. So we do see here that everyone scored over 70, so every organization qualifies for the next stage. That would be funding consideration. Okay? So before going to general fund, I would ask the committee if you guys would like to already work on your committee recommendation based on the average score that every committee or every organization got, or I could go to the general fund and do the average score, however the committee decides.
Do you need a motion to approve?
Yeah, I would need a motion for the committee to accept the average scores for every, for hotel motel.
So move to accept the average scores for the third party fund for hotel motel.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passes.
Okay. Now, when I ask the committee, you want me to get, to do the general fund, or just finish completely first with hotel motel, and then continue the general fund?
Do we have all of the scores for the general fund?
For general fund,
I don't have the general fund, so, I mean, like, it's up to y'all, but, maybe we can finish the hotel motel stuff.
okay, yeah, cause I'm pending Ms. Ceballos for general fund. Okay, so we have this spreadsheet here that shows us the total amount of the amount requested by every organization, and you have that spreadsheet with you. It totals to 667,000. That's the amount that all the organizations are requesting. The current funding that they're currently getting is 542,000. The available budget is 552,000. But remember, we said last time that as far as the Laredo Center of the Arts, they have a building rent amount that we need to allocate and then distribute the rest to the other organizations. And that's because the city, it's a city building, it's a building owned by the city. And we have an agreement with Laredo Center of the Arts that it's a cycle, that we don't charge them for the rent, but we do get it from what they're requesting. Basically the work they're requesting 150. So from the 150, 108,254, it's what to pay the building rent for the whole year.
Okay.
Okay? So that's basically,
So that leaves it for.
that leaves it to 443,746. So I don't know how, what the committee would like to, start recommending. If, I know last year, the committee was like, hey, let's fund the current funding, let's kind of like do it the same, and then the rest we'll distribute, or if, the committee comes into a decision and decides what to recommend for each organization.
I was wondering if we could give a little more to the farmer's market.
Right now, they're currently getting 15,000, and they're requesting 30.
So I was wondering if we could bump that up to 20,000.
You can place it as a motion and see if, Renee, maybe get a second or.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to bump up the funding for Laredo Main Street Farmers Market up to 20,000. Anybody like to second?
Discussion?
Any discussion? The only reason I say that is because, people really enjoy it. It brings people downtown, and, it reminds people that we have a downtown.
If I may speak, Madam Chair, if I may, before.
Mhm.
I would have to say that this is third-party funding for the hotel motel tax.
Mhm.
And so we would have to show that that event brings people to Laredo. Heads and beds is what I've heard people
Mhm.
use the term. I don't believe that that organization merits that increase.
Mhm.
I would even suggest maybe even lowering that amount from them.
You don't think the vendors that come from out of town?
How many vendors come from out of town? I'd like to see the numbers.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that for Olympics, Washington birthday celebration, even Laredo Heat Soccer Club and Academy have tournaments that draw in people from other areas of Texas and the United States, and I just don't see the farmers market having the same impact
Mhm.
as those, or even on the top 5 on that list.
Mhm.
Madam Chair, may I speak?
I get the floor. Mr.
I'm
Gallo?
sorry, go ahead.
Does the farmer's market bring in people from, like, let's say, Nuevo Laredo or Monterey that stay here overnight? Would that be, cause I would see people from San Antonio probably wouldn't, but I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised about what goes on downtown, cause I've been informed that there's a whole bunch of places I have never known that was downtown to eat. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking the same question as you have, it's like, does it bring in people also from either way? I don't know. I'm just curious.
I'd like to see the numbers, but my
Yeah.
gut says it doesn't have as high as impact on the hotel motel. And this is what we're giving them,
Right.
tax money from the hotel motel, so
Right.
it has to benefit those hotel motel.
Right, so you put money back into it.
Yeah.
Do you have the application?
Yeah, we can put it up here. That was my next thing I was gonna say. So, we were discussing farmers market, right? Is there any section in particular?
Hotel
you wanna-
usage,
you wanna-
room usage, FM,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was gonna pop up and show you. Should I accept?
Yeah, just.
Okay.
You should have to scroll down all the way.
Or it's the one that you,
No, it's gonna,
is it the computer?
hit that thing up, yeah, right, there you go.
It's just thinking very hard.
That's about it, okay. So, the document reads, city rooms used for Laredo between October 2018 September 2019. Assistance amount 50,000, number of hotel 90. And then,
I think the whole number of hotel rooms used, I think that how they, when they printed this, it didn't, or PDF it didn't go, it's too far, so it kind of rolled that stuff over. It looks like that.
do you have it open again?
No, I'm not
No,
saying.
the way it
that-
was scanned.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's the rooms used, I think is kind of on this other side, just kind of, wrap
Color.
around.
Oh, it should read number of hotel rooms used, that's part
Yeah,
of the.
wrap it
app.
around to the
Yeah,
next slide.
correct. That's how it should read. Is there another report? So they are mentioning that.
They're
you know,
mentioning here number of
the-
hotels.
They were at 100 3 years ago, then it went down a little, and then it went up again.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a decent number.
We have main statements, they,
Mhm.
here it is.
They need it for
Also
entertainment
their
and
marketing
marketing.
plan. Yeah, I'd like to see the marketing plan, to see who they're gonna target out of Laredo to try to come to this.
Contract with each business entity to use your downtown building and rent. Achieve at least 50% return to the teacher. Church and Christian.
It's just that, you know, people used to come to Laredo to go across, and they can't do that anymore, so, but they're still willing to come to Laredo because we have, you know, Basket Alley.
Yeah. But I
But-
personally think Washington Day celebration draws in multiples more of persons.
Well, it's part of the marketing strategy.
But we always, I'm not suggesting that we, you know, like Washington's birthday celebration, they asked for 60,000.
Increase that.
They get 60,000.
No, but how
Yeah,
are they
so,
gonna?
Their goals and objectives?
I actually was going to, you
No.
know,
See that I remember reading one of them is gonna use a lot of social media.
Okay.
So how would that be? How would they meet? I mean, most of the social media is just putting something like
Mhm.
how would the fine scope as a social like towards
Like
marketing.
Facebook, like you're saying, Facebook would be
Yeah.
free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's ways you can buy advertising on Facebook.
Yeah,
And
but I
I'd
mean,
like to see
it's
that
not- I
when
don't
that
think
one
it's
comes up. It's not this one.
Yeah.
It's not this one that they do.
Because there was one that most of the marketing was gonna be
Through social
through
media.
social media. And
And
then
it's very effective.
I know that the goals and objectives, they weren't really that, they were just like, it was just, they were, basically like explaining just how they were gonna do it, but they weren't saying how they were able to measure
Uh-huh.
that.
specific.
So there's a motion on the table, so.
Any
Is there any other
more
discussion?
discussion?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we could put the motion to a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All
Aye,
opposed, say-
sorry.
No? All opposed, say nay?
Nay.
How many nays were there? Okay, and how many ayes? Okay, motion does not pass.
Do y'all wanna take it one, do y'all wanna start with the one and then determine if you, the request, like number one, the Laredo Chamber of Commerce, do y'all wanna take it one by one or y'all wanna just motion them,
As we go.
as we go? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all.
Okay, well, had another discussion point.
Oh, yeah, or take up all the discussions
Yeah.
first and then
Okay,
work from there.
and it happens to be number one. You know, Chamber of Commerce requests 35,000, and they got 30,000 last year. You know, I don't necessarily feel like Chamber is doing a great job, so I'd like to see their application again.
Yes, of course. Is there any particular you want?
Their goals and objectives.
Is it?
See the goals and objectives.
So they have,
Oh, that's right. It was the Cola Blanca Big Buck Contest.
What's the request for 35 instead of 30?
Mm-hmm.
It's,
they're.
Well, they got 30,000 last year. They requested,
advertising,
Yeah.
awards, promotion, yeah.
so,
They're requesting
35.
35 and they're currently getting 30,000.
Let's see, on the measurements, that's what I mean, with most of the applications, there wasn't there wasn't anything specific with how they were
Yeah,
measured.
you did that really well. Yeah,
You can remove the middle
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
with
I
the
just,
Laredo.
I guess I just thought it was ridiculous. Because it targets one group.
The specific group only.
Yeah. And, you know, we're gonna get the hunters anyway. But, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have Cola Blanca, you know, like I think it's an exciting thing. I just don't think Chamber of Commerce does much for the city of
What
Laredo.
would be your recommendation?
Maybe just reduce the amount.
How much are we funding right now?
How much do we have available?
Right, no, right now the total that they have, it's 542, right?
542.
Well, we really have 443.
Yeah, 443,
Okay,
746.
Because
With the,
Laredo
yeah.
gets 108, Center of the Arts gets 108.
But that's coming out of their 150, right? So
Yeah.
it's still.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so there
Mhm.
was still a decrease, so,
Yeah.
So,
542 was what we funded last year, and this year you have available right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have basically the same available, it's just that.
will there be any left if we would like to fund them the same?
Actually, yes, that's what I was gonna tell you, cause
That
if you
way we
fund
can give some money
everyone,
to the new one that the time you.
Yeah, we actually have a new applicant, so.
And then also LULAC is not, LULAC 7's not applying, so that's 10,000
Free.
free. So like that,
Okay.
it could be from there, because that, you know, there's space for 10
Okay.
youth.
so
Okay, so-
basically 10,000 is what you got increased. Yeah, because.
Because
Because they're not-
10,000,
Yeah, no, yeah,
because LULAC did not apply.
Did not
Yeah.
apply.
correct.
So we
But
would
it's
fund
the
them
same
the
budget.
same, if we would fund, if there's anything that we can maybe give to the new, application?
You want me to put all
The
current,
numbers.
current funding?
Do you wanna?
And how it looks?
Yeah, let's see
Yes.
how, what's left,
Okay, so let me do current funding then.
and then we'll mess around with it.
And then
Because nobody requested less,
No.
everyone's at least the same or more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's some that requested the exact.
Okay.
we have,
And one more.
Maybe you're real happy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then,
Okay.
and then, you want to give them?
The
Let's
10.
put the
The
10. That would put,
We still have 41,746.
extra.
Yeah.
Now,
So
and that's, you wanna do the 150 here?
Then now we're gonna be
The 150?
deficient. Then
Yeah.
now we're gonna be deficient.
yeah, now you're
Now
gonna.
we're deficient. We should have a negative number.
Well, no, you're,
No,
we're
you're
not.
positive.
We're-
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
Because it's
We
a
lost it.
10,000 from LULAC number 7 that did not apply, went to, in this case,
There's a
went
new
to,
one.
Yeah.
Alumni Association from Tempe.
But Manuel, you say that you have, oh no, you're available 552, yeah, so basically,
So
you
everybody
could
is
fund
funded.
any,
So
yeah.
it's 552 total here,
And that's what we have.
Yes, that's what we have.
We're even.
yeah.
Now we're even. So the suggestion would be to reduce Laredo Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Lagos? Is that what you had originally said?
Yeah, but, you know, I wanted it to go to the farmer's market. Or it could go to, you know,
Or
stuff,
Olympics?
it could go to like, the Border Olympics.
If I was to give a presumption, if we were to go through all of the heads and beds numbers, I would say Border Olympics and then Martha's Washington birthday celebration would be
Yeah,
the top two that bring in people from
right,
outside of Laredo, because that, I mean, Reagan
Yeah,
comes from,
'cause-
big teams come to play in
Mhm.
Border Olympics.
Also the soccer, right?
yeah,
Soccer
like
as
we
well.
could,
I
we
mean, there's an
could,
increase that could be made there too,
Yeah, soccer's requesting an increase, Washington is not requesting an increase,
but Border Olympics is also.
but Border is requesting an
requesting an
increase,
additional
and,
5,000.
Yeah.
about soccer is, yeah. Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good idea, I
either-
like
either
those
or.
two ideas.
Either or,
I mean, Border Olympics would only be what, 5,000?
5,000.
yeah, 5,000, which would be the 5,000 decrease or how much of a decrease would we be
Like if you get,
suggesting?
Alright.
for-
it's like if you
Increase.
take 5,000, let's see, that's 10,000 from chamber,
10,000 for Jim?
and then put 5,000 to about soccer and 5,000 to
For
order.
order, okay, 20 and then 10, 5 and 5, it evens
So-
out, the math works.
That's it.
Maybe
We'll keep you putting the, and then 30, right?
That works.
I mean, it evens out, if anybody else has any suggestions.
Jam Boozy brings out a lot of people, right?
Mm.
Does Jam Boozy bring out a lot of people? This question.
I have not gone the last couple of years, to be honest with you, so I
I
cannot,
mean, in a few years even.
I cannot say
Would you
that I have
wanna-
experiences with it.
Would you wanna see the application?
No, I was just curious. That was just a question for the committee.
Mhm. I mean, there's still space for change. I don't see anybody else who
Yeah.
needs an increase,
Comment then.
other than the.
No, taking it in.
Because I think it's the same organizations.
Right.
There's 2 organizations on there twice. I mean, you take away from one event to give to another,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, is there,
Yeah, I did have an issue with that too, so I'll just cease and desist. Like I like one but not the other.
I mean, you gotta, I mean, maybe Jambuzi's not doing as well as the farmers markets, but I
Mhm.
mean, you know, it doesn't make sense to take from one to give to the other.
Right,
They're like-
yeah.
They're gonna get the money anyway.
Yeah, there's a
But-
little bit of self promotion in
Is
that,
there
those
a
two
committee-
organizations, that
Is there a
that
committee member that
organization.
wants to motion to
Accept these?
accept those as per?
Is there a motion on the floor to accept the amounts?
I motion to accept.
Second.
Second? All in favor say aye.
Alright.
Aye. All opposed say nay. Motion is, passes.
Great. So, we're good with hotel motel. This is basically what's gonna be, submitted to council for recommendation from the committee to the council. And then we can continue to general fund. We could do the scores as far as with the scores that were submitted, and then do the recommendation, or, I don't know, Ms. Reyes, you want?
See, I thought the meeting was at 5:45 because I failed to read the entire email. And, so they were gonna be done by 5:30, but, so it's up to y'all. I don't know if y'all, when's our next meeting?
Well,
Or was this the last meeting?
No, there's a couple minutes.
I think this was the last.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
There was a possible meeting on the 26th. no?
26, I thought.
Unless y'all just wanna
12.
do without my scores.
I don't know, if the committee could, we have the scores here, so the committee could wait for Ms. Avias to submit her scores, or we could just work with the scores that most of the committee members submitted, and then, you could work with the committee to do the recommendation.
Yeah, 'cause I can't do Bethany House anyway, and,
Do you wanna see the scores the way they average out?
Yeah,
And then
let's do
you all
that.
can motion to include
cause
or
you know
not
I'm a
include
high
yours.
scorer anyway. Throw everything off.
So-
Soft-hearted person.
Is the committee in agreement?
Do y'all mind not using my scores? I have to apologize, you know, I've been like very ill, and they diagnosed me with like chronic pancreatitis, so I feel like crap all the time, and starting in February, I have a migraine every single day. So I haven't been my usual chipper, reliable self, so I just, so hopefully, you know, if things will improve, and next year I'll be better.
So we'll work on
Okay.
with the scores that they submitted, and then we'll go into the recommendation.
Okay, great, thank you.
So just do that.
I think that's what's gonna throw it off. There's a couple other abstains you gotta get rid of too.
Okay. Let's make sure. Okay, yeah, that's great. So, that's on the side. And then I'll drag this down. Fill out these out. And then,
He's in the conference?
I don't think
Or-
they've counted that.
Oh, too bad.
Too bad, right?
May not need to drop them out, but.
He's
See, it
definitely
doesn't
in
make.
charge.
We can just
Oh,
leave those in,
nice.
it just, it doesn't.
It was just my abstain.
He'll be back tomorrow. Well,
There
he'll be
was
back
another
in
one
town
here,
tomorrow,
I
Friday
think.
night.
Yeah, it was mine.
It's not effective, right?
No, not
No,
really.
and so, here you go, just one last thing, just to check. Sure. Okay.
Perfect.
So, 6
Very good. Okay. So let's kind of like review. Do you want me to say the scores for every member or just the average?
Just average.
Just the average? Okay. So general fund third-party funding applications 2019-2020, the committee gave them an average score for, start with Bethany House of Laredo, an average score of 92. Laredo Regional Food Bank, 87.
And do you need to put abstain next to undermine, cause I can't, make a judgment on that. Okay.
Medgar of South Texas, 87. Board of Area Nutrition Council, 88. Laredo Cancer Society, 81. Laredo Crime Stoppers, 86. Serving Children Elements in Need, 87. Literacy Volunteers of Laredo, 83. Sacred Heart Children's Home, 86. South Texas Food Bank, 89. Area Health Education Center, 79. Volunteer Serving the Need, 78. Mercy Ministries, 83. Kidney Foundation of Laredo, 87. Ruth B. Cal, 85. Holding Institute, 83. Children's Advocacy Center of Laredo, 94. Gateway Community Health Center, 88. Laredo Legal Theater, 84. Laredo Amateur Boxing Club, 80. Casa Misericordia, 87. Boys and Girls Club of Laredo, 83. Pet Alive Laredo, 78. Border Region Behavioral Health Center, 86. Catholic Charities of Diocese of Laredo, 90. Habitat for Humanity of Laredo, 90. And Rio Grande International Studies Center, 89. So committee, as you can see, all of them, and you can tell me if someone didn't score 70 or better, but I do see all of them that will go into the following stage of funding consideration.
Yeah.
So we go to the spreadsheet, which I already had linked the scores from the other spreadsheet. So we go back, total amount requested, counting all the applications, 820,100. How much current funding they're currently getting, 394,814. Available budget, 448,14. But remember, Ruth B. Cal has a contract with the city for 3 years, so it gives us an available budget of 304,814. Okay, so we have 27 organizations to distribute 304,814.
But really, there was only.
We're 26 because Ruth B. Cal, it's getting the.
But they did, so with the available budget of last year,
The 44814.
yeah,
Minus
which
the.
minus the current budget, which includes
Well, it's
the
not-
service contract, you basically have $10,000 more to give. If you wanna, like.
And that's because Special Olympics Texas did not
Right.
apply. 10,000.
Yeah.
We have.
So basically,
We
you're
have-
you're still working with the same budget
You're
as
still
you're
working with the
currently
same- yeah.
funding right now.
Mhm.
We have 5 million.
But there are, yes.
I don't know if the committee agrees to
So if you fund the new ones, you have to,
Reduce.
reduce it from someone. Yeah, basically this one is gonna be a little bit more.
And
Which one's the new one, Habitat?
So we have Boulding
That's
Institute,
Oh, no, which
we
one?
have Gateway Community Health Center,
Oh,
we have Pet Alive Laredo,
oh.
Habitat for Humanity Laredo, and Rio Grande International Study.
It's right behind.
So,
And then not everybody's getting the complete rate. It's just like only Ruth B.
yeah,
It's
only
basically getting.
because of the,
Yeah.
did a contract for 3 years, so for the next 3 years. they'll-
So it's like they're not getting enough, like, but they're asking, and we're still gonna reduce.
Yes, everyone basically is asking for an increase.
Does the committee wants me to input the current funding for all of them and see what, how much money we have?
Yeah.
Current funding, yeah?
I just wanna be so troublesome today, just like, God. We just need to give nothing to Rio Grande, as much as I love them, and give it all to Border Region, you know? I work very closely with Bethany House, and Border Region is so strapped. You know, there is not enough mental health care in Laredo. Not enough. And there's a whole bunch of mentally ill people wandering the streets, which they would not be wandering the streets if we had enough mental health care. You know, nobody likes to see them on the streets. Well, that's because we got no place for them. So that's all I'm gonna say.
So
No
we have,
motion.
we have those 10,000 that we said
Mhm.
that we have available to play, but we do have 5 new organizations
Mhm.
that they're requesting a certain amount
I received, yeah.
that, I don't know if the committee,
Well, we only have $10,000.
They're,
10,000.
it's almost 100,000 what they're requesting.
that's basically.
Yeah, so it's 24, 10, 25, yeah, it's like what, yeah, short of 100,000,
104,000.
yeah.
With-
So-
with people.
We'll have 104,000.
Oh, no, you're not including the last one, also. Well,
Yeah, it's there.
oh yeah, it's included. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so yeah, 104 is what is being requested new.
For the new organization,
Yeah.
from the new.
Correct, from the new organizations, not counting
Of course, the
increase that everyone else is asking.
is asking for.
What is the holding institute?
I think it's sort of like Bethany House, and the aspect that they open their doors to individuals who are downtrodden, and they bring in a lot of the migrant people that are coming in, and it's a stop for them to get a meal, and then they go off into wherever they're gonna go, meet family, or wait for their court date.
Okay.
But they also provide like classes, like ESL classes, or
And
like
they're-
job training classes.
They're
Holding?
Mm-hmm.
a big organization that does a lot, in my opinion.
But they're funded by the Methodist Church.
Yes, they are from the.
And what if we divide this 10,000 just between those 5? Because I don't think it would be fair to take away money from the other organizations if they already not getting enough nor an increase either.
You wanna do
So it's, I
2,000?
guess if you split it.
2,000 for each?
Mhm.
For the new ones, 2,000 each? And that would take care of the 10,000?
Yes.
Is that a balance?
would fit you.
Nobody gets a decrease.
Yeah.
Nobody gets a decrease from the current funding,
Mhm.
correct? I mean,
Currently, what I put it as
Additional studies.
a motion to.
To
All right.
Oh.
Boys and Girls Club requested 5,000 less.
oh, that's
Did they?
true, you didn't.
Yeah, can we put that 5,000 to Border Region?
Second that motion.
Alright, there was a motion first.
And I
Okay.
seconded it.
Well, I don't think we can give them more than they requested.
Right.
So we do need to adjust that. So the Boys and Girls Club is only requesting 20. We only have a proposal for like a request for 20. So,
Is that what the
so it gives you
proposal
5,000.
says? It might not be just a type of here.
I'm sorry?
Do you wanna check if it,
Can we check the proposal?
check the
Yeah.
proposal just to make sure? Let me double, I don't think anything is.
Boys and Girls Club, right? Yeah.
Nobody else requested this one.
20,000. So yeah, they're requesting
I'll
20,000.
just apply those 5 also to
To the extra?
Yes.
To everybody.
Okay, so it's 3,000 for each.
Well, they're 5, so yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Is it five?
Oh, I'd like to make a motion. Oh, you have the motion.
And
Oh,
she, and I
sorry.
already seconded it.
Okay. Oh, we didn't vote on it though, did we?
Yeah, we're about to vote.
Okay.
Well, it's discussion.
Okay.
We're in
Yeah.
discussion.
Ms. Elizondo had motion to approve.
To distribute the remaining balance to the rest of the new requestees and leave everybody the same as is.
That was your motion?
Yes.
And I had second.
Second discussion.
I'd like to amend that motion to divide the 10,000 amongst the 5 new ones. And then because we just saw that 5,000 was available from another source, that we give that source to Border Region.
Like to just do the original 10,000 and
Uh-huh.
the 5 that was not being requested from
Oh,
Boys
so
and
instead of-
Girls Club. Yeah,
Yeah.
to give it to Border Region.
Okay, there's,
That's a,
That would be an amendment.
that's an
Should
amendment
have
motion,
to
so someone
say
has to second.
it's okay.
Oh, okay. Or someone has to second your amendment. Is there?
Then we can go on the amendment, but I don't know.
'Cause that-
Was it- There is a
that's-
second.
Yeah.
so we're gonna go
You-
back to, the new applicants go back to 2,000, right? And then the additional 5,000 will go to Border Region. That's
So-
right? That's right?
So you would need
So
a
now-
second to your amendment, I believe. So
Yeah,
if nobody
somebody's-
seconds your amendment,
It fails.
then, yeah.
I think we would ask for a second, Mr. Chair. And if nobody
Is there a
seconds it,
second?
then the amendment dies.
Okay, is there a second to my amendment? The crazies walking around. Okay.
I have a discussion point though. Can you just give me a little more background on your amendment, like your 1 and 2? Cause and the reason why I'm asking is they're asking for quite a lot, and I mean, we're only giving them about 10% of what they're asking for, and that's just a few more percent more. I don't know if it's kind of, sort of like a real big bucket to fill, and kind of like a drop in that really big bucket. But for the other organizations, I think it may be a little bit more of an impact, because it's actually closer, it's yeah. So that's why I would like just a little bit more explanation on it.
I don't know why they give so little to Border Region. I just know from firsthand experience that they do not have enough funding to provide the services that are needed for this community. And that's the only reason why I made the amendment.
Was there a second?
I urge that we address the motion on the table. I believe there is a motion and second to accept as is,
Okay.
with a disbursement evenly between the new organizations. I part of the previous question, unless anybody else has more discussion.
Actually, the motion that she proposed was for the 2,000, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually, this motion needs to fail, and then re-motion it to have
To add
add the entire
I
amount.
think she could also just
Amend.
amend her own emotion. It's her motion.
Yeah, or you could just
And I think
amend
that
it.
was her intent, was
Okay.
to distribute whatever was remaining,
to the new.
and that number just happened to change.
Okay.
So a little bit extra. So I
Just to
think
clarify, I guess.
So then I motion to have the remaining balance towards the new applications.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Nay. Okay,
There was one A?
so,
One,
Good.
It's-
so how much does that come out to be?
How much does that come out to
The
be?
new organizations get 3,000.
So each new organization,
Yeah.
the committee recommends to fund them 3,000 each.
Okay, and that works out mathematically.
And
Well,
we
yeah,
hit the
and we
number.
balance to the 4,814 that we have right now. Okay, now, these, committee recommendations will be presented to council. Well, I'm gonna invite the committee, during our budget workshops to be there with us and, cause I know council would be, okay, why would the committee would recommend
Mhm.
this amount of money, so I would really like for the committee members say, okay, I recommend it because I felt, you know, to hear from you guys, from the committee. So I will let you guys know when we'll be having our budget workshops. Usually we have them at 5:30.
Yes, they're in the evening, and right now they're scheduled
They're
to
scheduled to
be,
be when?
uh,
At the end of
at the end of
August?
August, the last weeks of August, and it might be like a Monday, Tuesday. But once we have it set,
We have it set, we'll
we'll let you know.
Okay.
We'll let you know.
They'll usually give us like a schedule, like certain departments will go on Monday, certain departments will go on Tuesday, so we'll let you know. And if y'all wanna, you know, we
And I would
encourage you all
really,
to
I would really encourage you
to join us.
to join us, to be there with us.
Okay,
Okay, so we will present, next item?
are there any more, items to be discussed?
The,
Does the committee wants to, just for, if needed, kinda like schedule a meeting, or
I think we have one, so.
Tentative is scheduled for next week.
26th.
26th, yes, that was.
to just say something?
I think that one was just tentative,
Just in
to
case.
see if you all needed more discussion on
Yeah.
these. Did you, but it's up to the committee if you all wanna meet, if you all feel that there's a need for the meeting,
Is-
or if you all wanna just wait.
Is there need for any further action from the committee, other than?
As far as right
As far
now,
as-
we have committee recommendation to present to council, so
and-
Your only action might be,
if there's
to
any.
consider, the board members, officers, because there, since you did lose one of your officers, you might wanna, but, I mean, you all can leave it to your next meeting, and we can just put it in the agenda, you could, or you all wanna meet, I mean, it's up to you, the board.
We can wait till the next time we meet.
To,
Just if
to
there's any-
whenever there's,
I'm actually not available on the 26th.
And nor am I, actually, I'll be out of town.
Okay.
I'll be back on the 27th.
Maybe sometime before August,
Yeah.
we meet again,
Yeah.
and then we'll
That'd be
get ready
great.
for the budget process to happen.
Good
You wanna,
idea.
you wanna schedule something for us?
yeah, maybe we can schedule you all a meeting in August, and maybe there's a new board member. Do y'all have some vacancies also, that maybe you all probably,
We do have a vacancy for the
so
mayor's
maybe there'll be,
appointment.
okay, so maybe there'll be a new appointee, and then y'all can vote for officers for, and it's just to vote for officers for that vacant officer position, correct? So y'all let us know what needs.
What day would work for you?
So you said that we'll probably, the
The
budget
works-
process will be the 28th, or the end of the month, you said?
It's usually
I-
like the 26th, 27th,
Yeah.
it'll be that
They
Monday.
start on a Monday,
Yeah.
they start on a
Mhm.
Monday, so 26, 27.
The
I have
21st,
tentative.
the 21st, we meet on the 21st
It's up to the committee.
Of August.
of August, yes,
I would just have to meet in the afternoon though,
in the afternoon.
because I'll probably be working.
We can, 5:45, give us some time to travel,
5:45.
get here.
That works.
That's work?
21st.
That would work? August 21st? At 5:45?
August 21st?
Yes.
And we can share with you all the budget presentation that we will be
Presenting.
presenting.
Delegate who's gonna present what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no other business, I move to adjourn.
Is there a second to that motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, don't say anything. Sorry, I just get the smell of Jose Mele. Motion, is passed, meeting is adjourned. Thank you for all being here.